guys, Adam Fenig here with Fenig Equipment. You're tuned into the Talking Shed. Hey, behind me we've got a 56 series Valmar seeder. You've seen them mounted across the country on various vertical tillage tools, of course including the Salford line. And today we're going to dive into how this metering system works, how to calibrate this system, and how to effectively set it up for success on your farm. Then I've got a John Deere 2630 display here. We're going to dive into the ISO rate controller side, teach you how to calibrate, how to adjust your pounds per acre, your density, and save products within that system. So let's dive in and talk about this 56 series seeder. All right, so now we've got an up close and personal view of the actual meter. How this meter works is we've got this gray roller. It spins and picks up seed from underneath on this tray, and it dumps it up over this lip evenly and dumps that seed down into these cups. Our hydraulic fan creates air that comes up and around here and shoots out the back, and we dump that seed down into that air channel. This is a Venturi system, meaning this tank is not pressurized. Now we do have two different types of rollers, a gray roller and a red roller. The gray is our higher output, larger flute roller. The red is for low rates and small seeds. Now there's a lot of different things to know and learn about this meter, but we'll start with this on-off slide gate. This slide gate can be moved up and down. That is always open whenever we are seeding. That does not act as a metering gate like on spreaders. That always needs to be open unless you are pulling this roller out with seed in the hopper. Pretty rare case. So let's talk about how we would calibrate or do a catch test with this meter. So you pull down on these cam lever black handles. Here is your metering tray, your calibration tray that comes with every seeder. And it's got some hooks on the back. Slide it up in there and it's latched in place. So now when you do your calibration catch test, you hang a bag or a bucket here. It dispenses the seed. Seed runs down the tray. You catch it in the hopper and you weigh the seed. Pretty simple, clean, accurate calibration system. You then put this cup, tray, air chamber back up next to the meter, and you're ready to seed. Now, this roller can easily be swapped out. I mentioned early in the video that we have a gray and a red. The gray has got a larger flute. The red is a much smaller flute. But these rollers can easily be swapped in and out between red and gray, and you latch them back in place and it just rolls on those bearings. You won't find a more simplistic, accurate, and trouble-free metering system out there. Guys that own these seeders have never touched anything in this area as far as wear parts or letting them down. This metering system is extremely flawless. Now there are two sections. We've got a left side and a right side. This is a 24 outlet seeder, so we have 12 cups here, 12 cups over there. That is controlled with electric clutches on the back side of the seeder there, which we'll get to here in a second. That is the overview of how the metering system works on a 56 series seeder. All right, I want to run you through some hydraulics here on these 56 series seeders. Right here we've got our fan motor. Right there is our meter motor, PWM. Now, a lot of times when you guys get these, there's not going to be any hydraulics hooked up. So let's talk about how these hydraulics work. There's a check valve right here on top of this fan motor, and if you're standing right here like I am, we're going to walk through it. This is hydraulics from the tractor coming into this motor. This is hydraulics leaving the motor going back to the tractor. Now, what I do a lot of times is I tie the fan motor and the meter motor together. Let's talk about how to do that. Here's your return. Take this hose and plug it in right here to the bottom of your PWM. So now this is the inlet of the PWM. So we're feeding the inlet of the PWM with the return from the fan. Okay, but now how do we get back to the tractor? This is the exit or the return out of the PWM, and right here we're teeing together the metered oil and the excess oil. So what the motor is returning is going in through here. What the PWM doesn't need from the fan is going in here. They're teeing together. Plug in a hose right here and that will go back to your tractor. Let's do it again. Inlet from the tractor. So this hose has a Pioneer tip on it, plugs into the back of your tractor. That goes into the fan motor, out. This is just a jumper hose right here. It's not very long, 6.5 feet, I think. Into the inlet of the PWM, bottom side of PWM. Oil goes up, it gets metered. The return out of the motor goes here, excess goes here, they meet, return back to the tractor. This hose right here has also got a Pioneer tip on it. That's your 2 Pioneer tips. You only need 1 set of hoses to run this seeder.